Okay, hi everybody. Yes, yes, yes. Uh, there we go. Um, yes. Game of Thrones. One dislike. Who the fuck disliked it? Uh, 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 uh. Anyway, um, yeah. No viewers. Who gives a shit? This is pretty late. I don't know if I'm gonna invite anyone. If I do, oh, one viewer. Yeah. If I invite anyone, it's probably going to be somebody from the West Coast, maybe Rick or something. But personally, because it's so late now for my usual live streaming time, because I got home late, went to see X-Men. It was funny. I went to see X-Men. Sophie Turner was in that, but no Sophie Turner as Sansa in tonight's episode. It's kind of one of those weird things. But anyway, um, saw the episode. This episode was ridiculous. The last 3 weeks have been insane, absolutely insane. However, I'm sorry. The King's Landing thing, that pissed me off. No, that pissed me off. That pissed me off, to be perfectly honest. I think that was stupid, retarded, and frankly, like, really, we're not going to do anything to this guy. That guy, that was so stupid. So stupid. In fact, in the preview, I forgot her name. I apologize. Marjorie's grandmother. She blames Cersei. You know what? Yeah, it's kind of your fault. Because you're bullshitting on what you were doing. I'm like, God damn. So we're not doing anything to him. We're not doing anything. We're just going to stand there like idiots. King's Landing is in a bad situation. Just a horrible, horrible situation. It's just like, Jesus freaking Christ. But there was some good things in this episode. I was so fucking hyped for Brad this week because of what happened. I'm not shitting around. Like, this character's appearance, finally. I don't want to get my head of myself. I really don't. Because I know how Game of Thrones is. I know what happens to characters in this show. Dime a dozen. They'll be gone. You never know. They'll just. But oh man, this episode with that is just so hyped. So hyped. Okay, so excuse me. Let me just check something. Trying to check something real quick. I apologize for the wait. I'm just checking something. Yeah, Ben Jen Stark. That's what happened in this episode that made me hype. Ben Jen Stark. Their uncle. So, because at first, because I'm really hyped over that shit. Like I said, I might bring in somebody in later. This is off my chest right now. Got me so hyped because I was watching it. seeing all these fucking images. There's a freaking snowstorm going on. Like, I'm sorry, everything. And the freaking White Walkers on their trail. Out of nowhere comes this guy on a horse. And this was badass. This ball and chain. And there was a fire out on the ball. And he's whooping the fuck out of those White Walkers. He's just knocking the shit out of them. Like one of them, he had like a kind of weird weapon. It almost looked like a scythe. And I was like, holy shit, I know who this is. I know who this is. And I was on bated breath. And it was Benjen Stark. Ah! At that scene when he revealed who he was, and then when he explains to Bran, and think about it, who's he? Let me calm myself down. Who's he approach? Bran, not Jon, not Sansa. Bran. Wow. And we find out from that he was fighting White Walkers, and that to prevent him becoming a White Walker, they stuck dragon glass in his chest. It was so insane. So insane. And you looked at him and you could see that something went wrong there. Like he was all fucked up and shit. Hands, frostbite. So this was, I was freaking out for that scene. God. That was the moment. It made my night. At least to say, that moment with Bran Jen made my fucking night. I was like, yes, let's go. Let's go. That was insane. It made my night. That's all I can say. Now, there were other things happening in this episode besides the heightness of that. We had like I said before, King's Landing, this situation, it's gone out of control. It's gotten to the point where you have to say, okay, what's the point? Like, what's the point? I got a comment? Or someone was messaging or something. Yeah, because, like, well, what's the point? Because, oh, right, that scene, too. Oh, Rez, right. Rez Boy commenting in his comment section. Yeah, we saw Targaryen. Aris, Targaryen. I forgot about that scene. Let me shut off Facebook for a second. So, there was, at least to say, there was a lot of hypeness and with that, but the whole, like I said before, the King's Landing situation, it's just like, what's the fucking point? I mean, dead ass, really. We were all ready for this scene with the Tyrell's army. They were going to confront the High Sparrow. Nothing happens. Nothing. Not a tussle, not a fight, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Why? Because he conferred with the king. Are you kidding me? Really? Is this what's going to happen now? The crown and the faith are together? No one's taking this guy out. He looks like a beggar. He looks like a beggar on the street. His disciples are only armed with clubs. You throw a spear at these guys, they'll be dead. I'm sorry if I'm screaming about this, but this high Sparrow and everything that's going in King's Landing, it's just, what's going on here? What's the point? The Benjen Stark thing and Bran hyped me up. Another thing that it didn't really hype me up, but in this episode, I thought, okay, we're going in that direction. Arya. Now, by the way, I'm probably not going to invite him, so, because it's late, and I would invite Rick. At least, anyway, like the way I was saying, Arya. Her plot now seems to be going in the opposite direction. She continues to go see that woman she was supposed to kill. Well, I guess last week it wasn't really, she was going to kill her. It was more like she was watching her. So she's gung-ho about killing her, right? Putting poison in. And then she sees the scene in the play when Joffrey dies. And who the woman she's supposed to kill plays is like crying and grieving over her first son. And then her expression changes. And I'm thinking to myself, okay. So she goes into the place, she poisons the wine, she leaves. She talks to this woman. And just right, when the woman's about to drink the wine that's poison, Arya comes in and slaps it in her hand, breaks her wrist, and says, that one wants you dead. And she leaves. And that stupid bitch who's with the, what's his face, of the faceless god, notices it and tells, who, and it seems like she's going to kill Arya. And after that, Arya gets a little needle. And she goes into this weird place. It's dark, there's a light, and there's a bed. I think it's in the actual place that where they are at. And it seems to me this plot point is now going in the direction that I guess this is it. At least that's what it seems to me. Saying, that's it. I've had enough. I'm done with this. I'm not going to be part of the faceless god and all that jazz. And because, he says, who's there, not there. Like I said, the Arya thing is confusing as fuck. Make it like painless and don't make her suffer. So that's basically what's going on with Arya in this episode. Let me just take a look at the comment section before I continue this. Got me thinking, we heard the stories of eyes when they burned them all. And we saw this while Bran was pursuing the White Walkers. Maybe Bran was raging or into the Vatican trying to warn people. Ooh, Bran, that's a good theory. Remember, control of what he could take control of people from the past. Perez is, it's just out there. Like, yeah, you say he took control of the Mad King and warned him. I say the event was encouraged. Okay, back to what I was saying. We basically went over. It's gonna go somewhere. She's probably gonna go back. That's what it looks like. Now, the other thing that happened in this episode, Sam. Oh, by the way, fuck Sam's father. Yeah, fuck him with a rubber stick. No. Fuck him with a cacti. Yes, a cactus. So cactus up his ass. He deserves it. Because he's a bitch. He's a faggot. He's a dumb douchebag. Because, frankly, no. Gotta fuck yourself. Yeah, he basically belittles his son every chance he has in this episode. Because he basically, it's realization that Gilly is a wildling. And you know what's so ridiculous? And this is supposed to show you that the father's a piece of shit. The mother and the sister escort Gilly out and tells the father, go fuck yourself. Well, no, it doesn't tell him, go fuck yourself, but I don't want any part of this. She says pretty much. But the conclusion of that whole, you know, it was very nice too. We get to see his mother, Sam's mother, and his sister. Very nice people. His father's a son of a bitch bastard, but hey, you know. But the end result is he finds out that, yeah, Gilly's a wildling. It's unfortunate. His father's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. I'm sorry. You know, go fuck yourself. And I'm glad Sam did what he did in this episode. Good job, Sam. You're a bro. Basically, what ends on taking place is after that dinner scene. They get. He talks to Gilly, and you know he has to basically leave and go somewhere. I really didn't understand that whole conversation of what he said, what he meant to his son, to Sam, his father did. But basically comes back, Sam, and says, "No, pack your bags. We're getting the fuck out. No, we're not doing that shit. Focus, bagger." Okay, pack your bags. We're leaving. And what does he do? He steals the Valerian steel. Yeah. Fuck that. Yeah. Sorry, Daddy. This store's mine. Yeah, that's right. So that's basically what more or less happened with Sam. And I feel bad for Sam, to be perfectly honest. That is fucked up. Okay? Yeah. That is fucked up. That's bullshit, man. Come on. That's a horrible father. All fathers in this show, well, the ones that are alive. Anyway, moving on. That happened. Now, there was the Arya scene. There's the Danny thing. Got Danny in this episode. That just adds more to the freaking episode. It's like, okay, Bran, Jen Stark. No, now we have to also topple onto that. Danny and her dragon. Jesus. A close-up of the dragon, by mind you. That's the last thing you see in the episode. It wasn't really about. She encounters the dragon and she does this like war cry, pledge to the Dothraki. The way she talks to what's his face, it sounds like they're moving on, and that at the moment she doesn't have, but according to him, her right-hand man states that she would need like 1,000 ships to transport the Unsullied, the Dothraki. I guess this also includes the dragons, what have you. The dragons really don't count. Sons of the Unsullied. You know, all that she has gathered, it would take 1,000 ships. Now, I think that's going to come into play later when we find out the Sons of the Harp, who's 80, which might be that dumbass from fucking Greyjoy, from Pike. So we'll find out about that. But that happened with Danny. It was an epic scene. I mean, not really much to say about it. There was one other scene. Guess who makes an appearance again? Everyone's favorite Harry Potter character turned an asshole, Walter Frey. He made an appearance in this show. This has to do with River Run. Which was stated by Littlefinger about the guy of the Starks, or the Tully, I believe, who took over River Run again. So now his forces, Frey's forces, are trying to get their back, and they can't. And this comes up to what's going to happen next week. Jaime. And this pissed me off after the whole thing with the High Sparrow. Because the Crown and the Faith are together now, they're taking them off the King's Guard. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, first of all, I want to be perfectly blunt. Religion and the Crown don't go together. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't see it. Sorry. Sorry. Don't see it. Don't like it. This whole thing with Jaime, it pisses me off. It really does. The thing with Jaime, the thing with King's Landing, it pisses me off to no end. Because you see, with everything that's been going on in this show, in this season, which has been really pretty fucking epic. So far, I would say I would give this series, season 8 out of 10. If it continues going in this pace, it might get higher. But for now, I'm going to say 8 out of 10. Maybe a 7.5 out of 10. But this thing with King's Landing, and now they're basically sending Jaime off the King's Guard and sending him north with a Lannister. Why? Because of this stupid, dumbass, old codger. He has no rank. He has nothing. He's a... I was expecting Tyrell Army to come in, take out these motherfuckers, and take out the High Sparrow. Instead, we have the High Sparrow infecting, yes, that is a perfect word, infecting the king, Tomlin. He's infected him. That's right. The High Sparrow is a fucking virus. He is. He is. I don't care who your God is or what your faith is. It's stupid. Okay? Where's God going to be when the White Walkers come to town? Yay! So they're basically sending Jaime to command their army, the Lannister army, to help Frey get his castle back. And then there's this little kissing scene with Cersei and everything, and I'm just, I don't. That is the one thing that happened in this episode that I'm like, they're armed with clubs. Clubs. So because this motherfucker talked to Tomlin, the king, and he's decided, mind you, the king is what, 12, 13? And now decided, the Crown and Faith is one. By the way, High Sparrow, do you know how to assemble an army? Do you know there's some rotten people in this world? What's your faith going to be when the fucking White Walkers come into town? I'm sorry. It's just so fucking stupid. The High Sparrow. It's so stupid. Think of it this way. What do you think would have happened if that happened nowadays? It would never happen. Never happen. But this is Game of Thrones, and I should pass it on. But the problem with this is, if he had a backing High Sparrow, if he had an army armed with not clubs, then I say differently. But I don't say differently because he's not dumb. I'm sorry. I shouldn't really be going on about this because it's stupid too, but you know. Blackfish, right. Tommy needs to die. Oh God. Oh, should I speak with that question again? Maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided. Other White Walkers. People. Huh? Oh. I see what you mean, Breast Boy. Oh, because he'll die? Oh, shit. Brez. Oh, that's fucked up. He can't go south of the wall. Ah. Wait a minute, but couldn't he go back to Castle Black? Brez? Wonder about that. But yeah, I mean, as far as King's Landing is concerned, they're all fucked. They're all fucked. They're all fucked. And the last thing is, said it. Next week, Marjorie's grandmother tells Cersei, yeah, you fucked it up. You fucked it up, bitch. Poland Spring, it means to fuck King's Landing. Did I just say that? Anyway, it was a good episode. Everything but King's Landing, I give an almost a 9. 8.5 out of 10. With King's Landing, I give it a 5. Well, no, separate King's Landing specifically gets a 3. So I guess you can round it off saying this gets like an 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10. Because confidentially, everything that happened but King's Landing was good. Especially that branch shake. Oh, man. Yeah! That is Stark. He can't go south of the wall, but at least it's something. Because here's what I'm noticing this season. It's like the Starks now have a foothold. No, really think about this. The entire series, if you think about the beginning of Game of Thrones, what has happened with the Starks, especially after the Red Wedding. And now think about this season. We have Sansa meeting up with Jon, and they might be on a way to victory of recapturing the North, the Winterfell. We have Bran, who has now taken over for the Three-Eyed Raven and bumps into Benjen Stark. There might be a path for them to succeed. It's possible. I think so. Starks? Hey, they say it. The North remembers. Now we just need to go kill Walter Frey. Yeah. But like I said before, this episode was good. I didn't like I am not a fan of Bad King's Landing. I'm sorry. And apparently also we find out in this episode, I forgot to mention this, childlike combat for Cersei. Oh, she's got the mountain. Look at me, I got the mountain. Zombie mountain. Zombie mountain. Zombie mountain. That is a pretty awesome name. But I'll probably later tonight, be in Zoro's stream to talk about this in further detail. Things are moving on. And from what I heard from Anime Rick, and I know I should have invited somebody in this stream, but I got late. Late start. So, but overall, things are moving along in Game of Thrones this season. It really is. And I think, don't quote me on this, but this is what I think. Now, I think Danny, by the end of this season, might have an opening. Might have an opening path to Westeros. More importantly, to King's Landing. Because the way things are shaping. Now, next week, we're going to also get some stuff from the Greyjoy. And more has to do with Yara and Theon. Now getting the balls. So that's going to bring up some food. Because it seems like, I don't know, maybe Danny knows. Because in this episode, like I said before, she knows something about some shit she might be getting. So we'll see. But I have a feeling like, I think by the 10th episode, Danny will have some kind of opening, some kind of path open to her to try to get her troops. And that's everything. Sullied, Dothraki, all of them on their way to Westeros. Question of that is Tyrion coming? Because when she gets back, you're like, it's going to be like crazy because you're going to have the freaking Red Priestess, freaking everything else that Tyrion did. So but this was a good episode. We'll see what happens later on. Let me take a look at the comment section. Iceman, yo, what's up? Thanks, man. What's up, man? What's up? Yeah, Blackfish, Briz boy. Next book, Jar Jar Martin said he's going to be called The Winds of Winter. Book after that was supposed to be called The Wolves Will Come Again, but he changed it to A Dream of Spring. Oh, I see. I see what you're getting at. Okay. 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 Makes sense, Brez boy, I guess. I mean, I know I should have invited some. Next week, I'll invite some people. This one had to be solo only because of the X-Men. Oh, by the way, I got some Joker shit. Killing Joker shit. Yes. Also, because I was I'm going to talk about this for a while before I end the stream. We went to see X-Men. They have this thing in theaters now. I did not know this was a thing. Certain theaters have 4D. Now, people are probably scratching their heads. What's 4D? Okay, you sit in the seat, right, at the theater. It moves. The seat moves. Yeah, that's apparently a thing now in the New York Theater in Manhattan at the Union Square, 14th Street. I'm like, what the fuck? When did this happen? So we didn't get that showing because the lady told us it was almost sold out, and so I ended up getting a later showing. So we went to Forbidden Planet. They had, I have to tell the story. Guts figurine. $400. $400, but it was big. It was big. It was fucking big. I was like, I have my credit card. No, I can't. Ugh, killing me. But yeah, I bought the shirt. I bought myself a Killing Joker shirt, and I bought one for my brother. They don't have that many good anime shirts there, though. You know they have these Fate Night cards? It was weird. It said Meister on it. I don't know what the fuck that was. I might go back to that. But yeah, Game of Thrones, good episode, 7.5, 8 out of 10. The King's Landing was ass. I'm sorry. Fuck the High Sparrow. Fuck those guys with clubs. You're fucking idiots. Those fucking soldiers should have went in there and killed them. It's bullshit, man. Bullshit. Seriously, it's bullshit. Come on. boobs. Really? You're just gonna stand there, Jamie? Whip out your sword, cut their heads off. They're not gonna do anything. What's the High Sparrow gonna do? Kill Tomlin? Anyway, thanks you guys for coming. Without you, okay, Voltif, LOL. Oh, before I go, okay, so I don't know if anyone's been watching my channel, or I know I said a few things that I was going to be doing. One of the things I said I was doing before I ended the stream was I'm going to be doing giveaways. I had in the last December, what I did was anime loot crate. Yeah, I got that. I've been getting them ever since the beginning of January. So that's January, February, March, April. I've been getting them for 5 months. I got a lot of shit to give away. So, it's, it's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit. Anyway, it's a lot of shit to give away. So, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to give away a few things to reviewers. One viewer particularly, who you might have seen on the Game of Thrones live streams with me. And for the stars, for a start, for the time being. After that, I'm going to give away stuff based upon people who were, I guess you could say, loyal to the channel, my channel, who commented a lot, who suggested things to me, who was very, like, attentive. I already got a few names in my mind of who's who and who I might give shit away. But that's just something for later on that I might be doing. Because there's a lot of shit I've been getting. Like, there's some of the stuff they give you that loot crate, like, give you a poster of the stuff you're getting. I really don't want to give away that kind of shit to people. So I'm just going to throw those posters away. I'm going to give away the other stuff that I've been getting. It's like about 3 shirts. Large. So yeah, that's the story there. Until then, Bonkai 922, Game of Thrones, episode 6, season 6. 6. That must be anything. Only 4 more episodes. 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me just take a look at head off, baby. Bro, you know about XL World Infinite Burst? Never heard of that, Volktif. Never heard of that one, unfortunately. I know about XL World, but not about XL World Infinite Burst. I think I might have seen that. Might have seen that. Okay. So yeah, that's the story, people. Yeah, I might have seen it. I think I have. But yeah, until then, I'll see you guys later. To this, paint dreadfuls. It never ends. It never ends. Hype level has reached way over 9,000. All right, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.